I definitely agree. I think the leader coming out will be very. I think potentially seeing the leader. Oh. I think potentially seeing the leader coming out on Barnacle and Dime will be really interesting because Barnacle and Dime is such an open map with such an open mid. Leader can really just do so much with that free range.
Yeah, and my mistake, it seems like we're on Clam Blitz this round, but it seems like a leader on Clam Blitz on Barnacle might have a good chance to be able to get a little bit of a push going, but with how aggressive these teams have been, I'm curious if that leader is going to be playing more passive this time or keeping up that aggressive energy that we've seen thus far.
Definitely, and on this map there are absolutely plenty of great leader spots. There's Snipe, there's Plat, there's like the far top right area and Spawn. Plenty of great spots to just like hold a really solid position to try and get your team back in with that range and that pressure.
Yeah, and with the team comms, we've been moving very, very fast. So I have no doubts that we will be getting lots and lots of clams consistently from both teams. But I'm curious what they can do to capitalize off of those. It's no doubt that these teams are incredibly, incredibly confident with their abilities, especially against each other with these very, very tight games at times. So with how these clams are going to be pointing out, I'm wondering if it's going to be kind of a clean sweep here or if it's going to be a very narrow back and forth, maybe even coming down just to football creation.
I'm hoping it comes down to a very back and forth game. That was the most exciting.
Yeah, most exciting. And honestly, if it means carcinization gets another win and we can keep this tournament going, I'm going to be very, very excited for that as well.
Absolutely. It seems we're about to get into this game here. Let's see if that leader comes back out. I'm very excited about the leader. I play backlines.
I'm a frontline player personally, so a little bit of a different experience. And that leader is back!
Big fan of that. And Bit switching to Sword.
Splatoana. Bringing Crab back from earlier on in the tournament is, for possibly the final game, is a very interesting choice from him.
I think Crab on this map definitely has a lot of potential. There's a lot of great spots that you can get really good leverage from.
Yeah, and that leader immediately showing why exactly it is here, and creating an immediate push towards carcinization, making them have to play on the back foot a little bit here.
I really like that push down that the leader did down right street. It was just like such a great wide open range, and like the rest of the team managed to push them all into the perfect line of sight.
Yeah, and with already one clam made and 3 clams off on the Dynamo, it's going to be making it very, very tricky to be able to get any kind of counter movement going.
The strikes coming out from carcinization might make that a bit trickier, but they just paint right over it.
Yeah.
It's like it didn't happen.
I was expecting a strong push using the triple ink strike from My Brother Another, but it seems like they're wanting to hold back a little bit to try to get a very, very strong play in here with lots and lots of clams.
Absolutely. It seems like Ryan is trying to hold the front line as other team members try and run clams or maybe like defend their back line.
Oh, and that leader getting attacked but getting saved a little bit there, making it so that they can keep that momentum going is very, very scary for carcinization.
There are plenty of clams. I'm a little concerned that they're not trying to take their top left, probably because they don't have like the manpower right now.
Yeah, I was expecting My Brother Another to be a little bit more risky with some of the movement here and try to go for an early knockout, but it seems like carcinization might have a chance to pull something back.
With all the specials coming out, even then, carcinization is still down a few players consistently.
Yeah, My Brother Another having another power clam made already, being able to push and get that barrier broken.
Right back in.
Yeah. It took no time at all to get that in. So many clams going into the basket and a decent hold onto the basket. Playing very, very confidently, but not letting themselves get too overextended here.
Just getting a great lead for the first half of this game, down to 32 points.
Yeah, carcinization, though, taking mid control is huge for them, meaning that they'll be able to get some kind of pushback. With that pity still in the back, they're going to be able to make as pretty much 1 or 2 plays pretty consistently if they can get a pick or two.
It's really interesting to see how it'll be really interesting to see how My Brother Another tries to push back into mid from here, seeing how carcinization has really taken the advantage on space.
Yeah, and that splash wall that we just saw got absolutely shredded, so we're going to be seeing if they can actually make a comeback without, letting their defenses falter like that.
You see the crowd coming out trying to get some damage in.
Yeah, and it looks like we might have a little bit of an opening here, but unfortunately that blaster comes through and takes out the rest of the push.
Yeah. Carcinization just going to try and take back mid from this point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my brother, another. My bad.
Yeah. Carcinization still having a power clam as well as the pity in the back means that if they can make that push, they can get a solid 60 down or a solid 40 down off of that score pretty easily. But I think the hardest part for them is just going to be finding an opportunity to get fully in.
Yeah, and the core coming out for my brother another means it'll be a lot harder for Carcinization to try and kick them out of mid.
Yeah, and getting that pick off is causing a lot of staggering here, which I think really pulling back and getting a full team together is going to be crucial to getting a really, really strong push here.
Absolutely.
That Dynamo and the T-Tech playing a little bit hot and loose, but it paying off at least a little bit is very, very important. And Gem getting a kill and getting that down, giving them an opportunity to get to that basket if they so choose.
Dynamo holding top left, trying to make sure that Carcinization can't get into that position to push back in.
Throwing but so many specials out. Crab coming out here just trying to defend, keep a little bit of momentum going, and it seems like they are keeping a little bit of momentum. They might be able to get an actual score off here, and that is the barrier broken.
But that's practically a wipe at that point.
Yeah. I really hope that Carcinization can get some extra clams to keep this push going, because as far as I've seen, it seems like my brother another is not going to be as confident on that defense as they were game one.
Yeah, that leader's really putting in great work, just like putting in that immense pressure from spawn, just like creating essentially like a radius of death that you can't go into if you're Carcinization, making it really difficult to try and push anyone back further back into their spawn.
Yeah, and you know, having 3 power clams in the play right now, going into overtime, if they can get a push and get at least 2 of those clams in, that will help them drastically be able to maybe get that pushback. And it seems like they might just be able to pull this one back. That's a broken barrier. And that's the lead! Oh my goodness!
What an insane comeback.
I was honestly not expecting that kind of overtime pushback, but honestly, Carcinization shows that they can absolutely keep that pressure on when they need. And my brother another ended up just faltering a little bit at the end there after having such a strong game all throughout.
I just want to point out, I think Carcinization did a great job of their timing and their pacing during that last push. They really held back and collected a lot of clams until they managed to find an opening to take mid space, and then I believe it was the 52, just running in and just like that perfect timing of like found an angle, went for it, really like took advantage of the opening and just like got kill after kill after kill, letting the team just like walk right into the base.
Yeah, our very own Gem Squid School being able to just make a push like that, I wasn't expecting that kind of thing. Especially with just a few seconds left, being able to make a crazy push like that, I'm honestly incredibly impressed from Carcinization. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to get a reverse sweep here, going from 2-0 to 2-3. I'm very curious as to how they're going to be able to pull this one back.
Absolutely, but seeing that kind of